Hi, everyone. I'm Charlene Shirk, and welcome to Digital Champions, where we speak to some of the most innovative thinkers in the digital space. Joining us today from Mount Pleasant, Texas, is Ryan Shriver with PRDAO. Ryan, thanks so much for joining us today on Digital Champions.
Darlene, thank you so much for having me.
Well, when we say innovative, the innovative thinkers in the digital space, you are certainly one among them. So share with everybody what you do over there at PRDAO.
Sure. So PRDAO is a decentralized autonomous organization for people that are blockchain native, understand Web3. Uh, that's a very common term, but for people who aren't familiar with crypto or blockchain technology, that's very foreign. But what PRDAO is a public relations, decentralized autonomous organization. Essentially, from a mile high, it is like an autonomous Fiverr or freelance platform that uses peer-to-peer consensus and grading protocols to generate some high-quality marketing tasks for clients. So it's a way of integrating technology into marketing and specifically for Web3 projects.
So walk me through a typical client, what their pain point is, what problem they have that you're solving, and how are you solving it, and how are you measuring results?
Sure. So that's a big challenge. For Web3 projects, most of their assets are on the blockchain. So most of their funds that they pay employees with, that they generate day to day, are on Ethereum or on Solana or Algorand, which is my home blockchain. So what that means is that whenever they need to pay a freelancer to do a task for them, whether it's writing an article, doing some web design, creating graphics, or whatever it is that they need done at that moment, they have to somehow transition those assets into fiat, which would be US dollars or whatever currency, euros, that they're looking at doing. Getting that transferred to a bank or using a credit card, and all of that's very messy whenever most of your assets are on the blockchain. So what we strive to do is not just to create a better project, a better end result for the buyer of that marketing task, but to make it easier for them to make those transactions using tokens, which for them makes things a lot easier. And that's kind of what we do. So how we grade the results or really generate the best marketing task for our clients is that whenever someone completes a task, they submit it, and then it gets sent out to graders that then review the project and have also marketing backgrounds. They're able to grade for impact and quality, add notes and edits and suggestions for the end buyer. And all of that then gets submitted into that person that paid for that task to be done. And then the grades for the impact and quality, they get averaged out, and it determines the person's end pay that they get for doing that task. So it really incentivizes people to really do their research, to do their work, and to create the marketing task, whatever it is, whether it's writing a blog or modding for the weekend in a Discord server or doing a website design, to do it at the best of their ability. And that's really what we want, is to make the end product be better and of higher quality and mean more for the project that's paying for it.
Okay, I know we have a minute left, Lana, but I have more questions. Talking to my producer. Okay, so if I'm the creator, and then my work has now just gotten this feedback, am I then ranked on your site as hey, she's a top content creator, she averages a 10?
Yes, so we do levels. So level 1 is going to be a noob, and level 10 is going to be a veteran. And for every 5 submissions that you successfully turn in, and it's determined that submission is a valid submission and not something that's malicious or plagiarized or something, then you go up a level. So for the more difficult and technical tasks, like a technical white paper or maybe a full-blown website that really needs a lot more body to it. Uh, you, as the buyer, as someone who is looking to pay somebody for that task, are able to determine whether it can be a noob that does it or whether it needs to be a level 10 marketer that does it. And then you pay more based on
Right.
the task.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get one more question in the time we have. What is the
Sure.
incentive of when you say you send it out to this team of people who then review it and give feedback and put notes? Are those real people or are those AI? Is that AI? And then what's the
They're
incentive
real.
for they're real people? Okay. So then what's the
Yeah.
incentive of those folks? How do they get paid in the process for contributing?
So a small portion of that final fee, whatever the highest amount that that person is willing to pay for that task, is broken up into a formula, and it goes to the graders as well as the original submitter. So it is a complex formula because we try to calculate whether or not there's malicious or biased opinions. So let's
Hmm.
say I'm reviewing a task and I realize that the person that submitted the task did me wrong, a while ago, or I don't like their project or whatever it is. Um, I could grade them really low, even though it might be high quality. So we try to calculate the maliciousness of even the graders that could go into that. So if my grade is dramatically different from the other graders, then I actually get paid less as a grader because it's determined that my score is biased in some way. So it's a
Wow.
way to incentivize everybody to contribute
Yeah.
to the final submission.
Very cool, Ryan. That is very cool. And you brought up plagiarism several times, and that is one of the risks out there with so much content being created. It's sometimes it's just, hey, it's easier to just pull something, refresh it, than actually have original content. And that's a challenge that, customers want. They
Exactly.
really want that, especially right now with marketing trends being about authenticity and being genuine and having, the real voice in there. Ryan, we could talk all day in this, but unfortunately, we're run out of time. But you are more than welcome to come back on our show anytime because we'd love to hear more about this. You have so many components of this we could deep dive into. So thank you so much for sharing your insight with us today on Digital Champions, and we look forward to speaking with you another time.
I really appreciate you having me on.
Oh, it's our pleasure. And if you'd like to learn more about what they're doing over there at PRDAO, I know I'm going to. You can check them out by first heading over to dailyedbrief.com. Well, I'm your host, Charlene Shirk. Thanks so much for joining us today on Digital Champions. And see, I always say where you're going to learn something new, and you do. We'll see you next time.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.